All right, we're gonna do swings and get-ups today. 20 swings, 1 get-up on each side. You can do as heavy a weight as you want, or you can go light. I'm going kind of moderate with my swings and pretty light for my get-ups. I just wanna move today, so this is your training session. If you wanna move, get a little sweat in, feel open. These get-ups are they call them the yoga of kettlebells, so you can kind of feel a little bit open, but also get some of that strength. And the swings are for our conditioning. So, 20 swings. All right, get-ups. We're gonna go right over to our get-up weight. Roll over to grab that kettlebell. Rolling onto your back. Pressing up. Roll to the forearm. Roll to the hand. Lift those hips and sweep that leg through. Sit back into it. And then stand up, back down, sit your hips into it, sweep the leg, come down slowly, back to forearm vertical, and switching sides, dragging that kettlebell over your head. So forearm vertical to start means the forearm is perpendicular to the floor. So then we will press up, roll to the forearm, roll to the hand, lift the hips, sweep the leg through, push through the hips, find railroad tracks, and stand up. Back to half kneeling. Open those hips up to a 90-degree angle. Sweep through, down to the forearm, and down to the back. Back to forearm vertical, and roll over to bring the kettlebell down. And then back to our swings. 20 of them. Really driving down through your feet. Letting your legs do the work, not your arms. Setting that kettlebell down. Shaking out your arms and legs. And a get up on each side. So I'll do a different angle this time. Try to do a different angle every time. So if you're watching, you can see. But you are supposed to be watching your kettlebell, yes? Going up to the hand. Sweeping through. Watching the kettlebell until you get to this point, then you can look straight ahead. Down to half kneeling. Sitting the hips into it. Placing the hand on the floor. Sweeping through. And coming down safely. Other side. And forearm vertical. Whatever hand the kettlebell's in, that leg is up. You'll press up, roll to the forearm. So I'm doing these slowly so that you can watch if you need to, and then pause and do your own, or walk through it with me, glancing over when you get to a spot where you're stable and you can look somewhere other than the kettlebell. You want to make sure that while you're moving, you are looking at that kettlebell. Shaking everything out and heading over for 20 more swings. Breathe with me. Whew. Shaking everything out. And back over for some more get-ups. Another one on each side. So, rolling onto the back, pressing it up, roll over to the forearm, push up to the hand, hand ends up where your elbow was, sweep through, find railroad tracks position by either moving your leg or windshield wipering that back leg, windshield wipering. That's a weird word. I don't think it's a word. And roll onto your back. And other side. Rolling onto your back. Pressing up. I'm pushing through this heel to roll over to the opposite forearm. Up, push up through those hips, sweep the leg through. We'll do the windshield wiper again. Find a good lunge position and stand up. Windshield wiper, sitting those hips into it. You may wonder, why would you do the windshield wiper or the moving the foot? Windshield wiper is kind of easier because you're not moving things around, but I really don't like grinding my knee on the floor. Sometimes it hurts people. I just tend to, I just don't like it. So I move my front foot. Totally up to you. If you're going heavy, windshield wiper is usually more appropriate so that you can keep everything kind of stable underneath you. All right, 20 swings, round 4. Strong legs. Pushing down into the ground. Shaking everything out. Heading over for another set of get-ups on each side. So rolling over to your side, pressing up, roll to the forearm, pushing through the hand, sweeping through. I'm gonna do the moving the legs to get my lunge stance, and then I'll step back to get my lunge. 90-degree angle with the legs, sitting the hips back, sweeping through, down to the forearm, down to the back, and switching sides. Rolling to the back, pressing up, rolling to the forearm, pushing up to the hand, sweeping through. Knee comes almost to meet that hand that's on the floor. Moving the front leg to standing. Down, let the knee gently touch. Open up those hips. Sit them back. Sweeping through. Down to the forearm. And down to the back. Alrighty. Last set of swings. One foot's length behind the kettlebell. And so I'm pushing down through my feet and trying to get really tall through my spine. Whew. Shaking it out. Doing 20 powerful swings is pretty tough. Move this out of the way. And then we will do our last set of get-ups, one on each side. Okay. Pressing, rolling, rolling. And now I'm going to do a high bridge just to show it to you. Push those hips all the way up and then sweep that leg through. Sitting into it. Find your railroad tracks and stand. Stepping back. Opening up the hips. Sit into it. I'm going to do another high bridge. So I'm going to sweep through and lift my hips. Come down. Just to get a little extra stretch here at the end. Switching sides. And vertical forearm, rolling over to the back. Press. Roll to the forearm. Roll to the hand. High bridge. Hold it there for a second. Sweep through. Sitting into it. Railroad tracks. All the way up. Back to railroad tracks. Open up those hips. Sit back into it. I'm going to do another high bridge. Pushing those hips to the ceiling. Coming down onto my forearm and slowly down onto my back. Really awesome work today. Thank you for joining me for my absolute favorite way to do get-ups because, surprise, I don't like get-ups, but don't tell anybody. The kettlebell gods will not be happy if I tell people that I don't like get-ups. But you still have to do things that you don't like to do because they are good for you, right? So thanks for joining me for my favorite way to get get-ups in, and I will see you on the next training session.